Hello, y'all, and welcome back to Tina Butty Podcast. I'm Erica.
Who are you? This is not Erica, everyone. I don't know who this person is. Someone call the police. I'm Dominic. And this, whoever this is.
And this is...
This Erica.
This podcast, we're going to be talking about chocolate.
Chocolate!
This is a new series.
I think everybody loves chocolate.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, actually. Some people...
Who doesn't love chocolate?
Well, my brother, for one person.
Yes. We have to work on him, don't we?
Yeah.
I've never met anyone who's like, oh, I don't like chocolate, really. Like, you know, like, really, like, forcefully, like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want chocolate ever.
Yeah, because
I think your brother does, like,
well, he likes
Reese's
Reese's peanut butter cups. And he'll eat a chocolate chip cookie if they're freshly baked and warm out of the oven.
Chocolate chip cookies, everyone.
Yeah. I don't know that he eats brownies, actually.
It's all about the chocolate this episode.
Yeah. So this is a new series we're doing. Junk food series.
Junk food, yeah, because we love a bit of junk, don't we?
Junk food series. First episode is all about chocolate.
Yes.
We were debating whether we were going to make this just about British chocolate, but I don't know if we can talk for 30 minutes about just British chocolate.
Not about the British chocolate.
I think...
Not about the British chocolate.
Maybe Dominic could probably talk about
I could talk
British
about...
chocolate with 30
I'm like
minutes,
Roald
but...
Dahl. You know, he was really into chocolate, as we know,
Yeah.
by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but he was really into, like, chocolate. He went on, I don't know, I think it was Parkinson or something. He was like, oh, who cares about when the kings or queens was born? It's when the chocolate was invented. And he's just like, oh, yeah, you know, dairy milk and, you know, and whatever else, you know, just that came out in his lifetime. And he was just like, oh, yeah, you know, it's just like, don't have any teeth, but I don't give a crap, you know?
Anyway, so we're going to talk about British chocolate and American chocolate.
And probably which is better, which is probably British chocolate.
Yeah, well, we don't know now, do we?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So do you want to start talking about British chocolate?
Oh, yes. I mean, I just looked at this this BuzzFeed article. I mean, I've got my favorites, but, you know, they've ranked it as 16 British chocolates that will make you want to move to the UK immediately. They've got number 1 Cadbury Giant Buttons, which are basically the smaller... You've had buttons before, right?
Yeah, I mean...
But these are like bigger ones,
okay.
and you can eat them like... Well, they say you can eat these the way you'd eat potato chips.
But I mean, if they're...
In giant handfuls.
Okay. Wait. Because... The buttons are the same thing as the dairy milk bar, aren't they? They taste exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's dairy, it's Cadbury chocolate, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not a fan of repackaging the same thing. Yeah, I'm not.
You'd prefer it all if it was just
the dairy milk bar. Yeah,
and
I don't need it like...
You don't want
I
like
don't need it to look like a frog.
You don't want a Freddo. What's the
matter
matter with you?
I don't need it to look like buttons. It's all the same thing, isn't it? It's like, I'm not stupid. No, they think we're stupid. They're like, oh, let's break them up into these little buttons, and people will think there's something different. They're not. They taste like Cadbury chocolate. They're very delicious. But why do we need them in the shape of a button?
Because it's fun.
It's not fun.
It's fun.
It's not fun.
I like them in the shape of a button.
They're a little bit cheaper, I guess. So that's like a...
Maybe, but these giant buttons, though. It's just
you can break off I was going to say, okay, maybe it's like, because they come in the little packages.
Because sometimes somebody might not want a square of chocolate, you know? Some might want a little tiny disc of
We're going to have
buttons.
We're going to have this discussion again. I know we are. I haven't seen this list that you're talking about.
If you're
but
in the
I know
UK, send us all the different types of Cadbury Dairy Milk buttons
that are
and
basically
bars
the
and
same
everything
thing,
like
but just in different shapes.
so we can compare live. And we can see how
do a
live stream taste test,
a live podcast, or on Instagram or something.
I'm still very sick, so yes, send chocolate immediately to cure me.
Okay. Anyway, really, dairy milk giant buttons. That was the first thing. What is the difference?
It's lovely chocolate. It's very delicious. It's beautiful.
It is. It's delicious. No, it is. It is.
Yeah,
definitely.
because I mean, we went to the Indian grocery store the other day and we bought a bar of fruit and nut.
Yeah.
and it's actual British Cadbury fruit and nut.
Mm-hmm.
And you were sat there going, oh yeah.
Well, that's not the same, though, is it? Because
yeah.
that one's got fruit and nuts in it. It's
Yeah.
not just a repackaged dairy milk.
But it's dairy milk chocolate. And
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
it's got something in it.
Yeah, I mean...
These buttons, they don't have anything in it. They're just chocolate, just like the chocolate bar itself is.
I don't know. If anybody works for Cadbury out there and can say, oh, we actually mix the chocolate a little bit different for Cadbury buttons.
No, it says dairy milk right there on the package.
But it's a different...
Okay, here comes the same conversation again. Okay, all right, go ahead. Yeah, he just scrolled down to number 2.
I just scrolled down to number 2 because, we're getting nowhere on that one. It's like Brexit, but in chocolate form. We've got, next on the list, we've got Nestle Aero, which is, this is a mint version, but you have like a chocolate, just a regular chocolate one too. And it's bubbled, it's like textured chocolate. It's little bubbles on the inside. And Erica doesn't like these because... oh, they're cheating you out of chocolate.
They are cheating you out of chocolate. They're telling you that this is a great new invention because it's got these little bubbles and it's texture.
Aerated chocolate.
It's
Get over
aerated.
it.
Oh my God, it's so good. Guess what? It's chocolate. It tastes just the same. It's good. It tastes good.
This is not by Cadbury. This is by Nestle.
Right. But it tastes like Nestle chocolate.
Nestle.
It tastes just like Nestle chocolate, only guess what? You have been cheated out of half of the amount of chocolate because instead of chocolate, where the chocolate used to be in a regular Nestle chocolate bar, it's just a bunch of little holes. It's just air. You are paying for air.
You're eating texture, and it's light and it's fluffy. And also, it's a little bit healthier because there's that much less chocolate.
But you're paying the same price, aren't you? Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Aero bar. Next.
Okay, we're scrolling down now. Another Cadbury winner, the Cadbury Crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's honeycomb. Are you complaining the bees put air in there?
No.
The bees put air in there. You're just paying for the air.
I don't have anything against the Crunchy bar. The Crunchy bar is delicious.
It's a golden honeycomb toffee center with milk wrapped in milk chocolate. So yeah, and they've got Crunchy Bites as well, which are like, you can get them in a bag. It's repackaged. There you go. Oh, they're
okay. No, I started to say it before. I think that if you are like, you want to limit yourself, you don't want to get a huge dairy milk bar because they are huge and it's easy to just eat the whole thing because they're delicious. Then get a little package of the little buttons and it's like they're gone and you're finished then. And you don't have...
Unless you got 2 packages of the giant buttons and you've just...
But really, you could do that with the dairy milk, couldn't you? Because it's in squares and you can just break it off. You could just break off a few squares.
We need to get a big bar of dairy milk and make s'mores with it. Because people go, oh, Hershey's.
It's got to be Hershey's.
It's got to be Hershey's.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, guess what? I'm coming up with a new idea here. I'm going to melt some freaking dairy milk on that sucker.
How do you all make Hershey's? How do you all make s'mores in Britain?
We don't. I've never had a s'more before I came over here.
Yeah, because you don't do graham crackers, do you?
No. I mean, we'd have to do like Jacob's cream crackers, and that just wouldn't really work.
Oh, God, no. Yeah. You could do it on a digestive, I guess. You could do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Actually, that's something we're going to do when we go back there. We'll introduce it to the population.
We'll invent it.
Start a new religion.
Guess what? Okay. Next.
It's marshmallow. If you don't know what a s'more is, just to clear things up, it's marshmallow and chocolate. It's toasted marshmallow. You put it on the fire. It's like a campfire treat. Mm-hmm. And you have like graham crackers, which are kind of like sweet honey crackers. Mm-hmm. Kind of like I don't know what you'd have in Britain. Like
they sort of taste like a digestive,
sort of, but
they're
thinner.
Really thin.
And you got marshmallows which you've heated up over like a flame, and you put it in there, and you put a piece of chocolate in there, and of course the warmth of the marshmallow melts the chocolate, and you kind of make a sandwich out of it, and that's how you eat it. It's so good.
The only thing about doing it with a Hershey bar though is a Hershey bar is quite a lot thinner than dairy milk.
Oh, it's hugely thinner.
Yeah, so I don't know how you would do. So I don't know how you would do a dairy milk bar on a s'more because the pieces are so thick. I don't
More
know.
chocolate,
Well,
see?
we have to do some research. We have
you
to do
pay- you pay
research.
for
in
less
this.
chocolate. They complain in Britain about dairy milk bars getting smaller and we're paying more for the same price for less chocolate and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know.
And then they pay for holes in their chocolate.
Oh,
Because the gimmick of it all.
the gimmick of it all. It's very good textured chocolate. Anyway, number 4 is a Mars bar, which you know what?
It's not British.
Yeah, it is. Mars is British.
Mars is
My
British,
auntie,
is it?
right? Yes, my auntie, right? The Mars company. My auntie used to work at the Mars factory in Slough, in England.
Are you sure it's British?
Yeah, I'm sure the Mars company was invented in Britain.
Okay, you keep talking. I'm going to look it up. This is live. This is happening as we
speak.
As we speak.
Yeah, we're going to the phones, people. And we're looking things up. She's going to find out if Mars was there. But a Mars bar, basically, it's a Milky Way bar, but by a different name. And a Milky Way over here is it's the same thing. It's caramel. It's nougat.
Nougat.
I'm very posh, okay? How dare you?
Nougat.
I was raised by the Queen. With her little oven gloves, getting the pizza out the oven, like what they said on.
Mars is a variety of chocolate bar produced by Mars Incorporated. It was first manufactured in 1932 in Slough, England.
Way, there you go.
I was sure Mars was American.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mars own a few things over here, don't they? I think they own the Milky Way bar.
An American version of the Mars bar was produced, which had nougat and toasted almonds covered in milk chocolate. Later, caramel was added to the recipe as well. The American version was discontinued in 2002, though. It had been revived for short runs since then. Has been.
Do you remember Thin Blue Line when Inspector Fowler, who played by Rowan Atkinson, said, "Do you know they're putting almonds in Mars bars now? Almonds in Mars bars! Mars bars got by for 50 years without almonds in them, you know?" And I mean, it was just kind of like, it was something because they'd done it over here, I guess, and it kind of like became a thing, and then it was just like nobody took to it.
Mars bars are the ones that they deep fried in Scotland, all right?
Yeah, but they still. Oh no, I haven't said it, but yeah, they do that, and I've had one.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had one. They did it in Wales and England.
Did they
it was a
batter
craze.
it with...
They batter it with the. It's not. It doesn't smell like fish or anything, you know.
Well, no, I didn't expect it to
But
smell like
they batter
fish.
it. What they do is they get a Mars bar, and I think it's frozen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this. It's frozen, and then they batter it,
Yeah.
dip it in the batter, and stick it in the fryer.
That sounds like the stuff we do at the Texas State Fair.
But you get it, and it was like a savory kind of thing, and the chocolate's all melted. Yeah, I had one when I was 16, and it was pretty good. And then the health inspectors came in and said, "No, I can't do that." So chip shop stopped doing them again. You know.
Oh, really?
But except in Scotland,
They didn't stop doing them because they're disgusting.
no.
Okay.
No, they're not disgusting actually.
Debatable. Anyway,
We'll
on
have to try
to...
one when we go to Scotland. We'll go to Edinburgh. We'll see the castle. We'll see everything very pretty, and then we'll get you a battered Mars bar.
No.
Looking forward to that. Number 5. You want to go on? Oh, there we go. Nestle Kit Kat Chunky.
What is a chunky?
It's like
Why
the
is a
machine
Kit
that was
Kat
supposed to
chunky?
fun size these Kit
And
Kats.
I thought Kit Kats were American.
I think
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat
it's Nestle,
bar.
so
Yeah,
Nestle is like Swiss.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that. So they're neither.
Neither, yeah.
But I have no idea what a Kit Kat chunky is.
Oh yeah, you don't
Sorry.
have. I mean, you have Kit Kats over here. Kit Kats. I've heard people say Kit Kats, British and American Kit Kats taste sort of different. I guess it's the chocolate.
Yeah.
It's the process of making the chocolate. But Kit Kat Chunky is like they're huge. They're bigger. They're huge Kit Kats.
Oh yeah.
And I've had them before. It's just like a huge Kit Kat.
I'm not huge on Kit Kats. I never have them.
I'm one of these people that grew up in Britain that it was a thing to eat wafers. You know, in the chocolate. Yeah, I like
really,
wafer in
not
chocolate.
a wafer person.
But yes, that's numbers. Number 6 is Cadbury Marvelous Creations. This is kind of like Willy Wonka kind of thing. Jelly popping candy shells, which is kind of like Pop Rocks in your chocolate.
No.
It's kind of magical. It's a kind of magic. Going all Queen. It's a milk chocolate bar with big jelly beans inside the chocolate. I don't know which...
Jelly beans?
Which candy scientist thought of this, but they deserve a prize for this.
Oh, God. This sounds horrendous. I like Cadbury. I like Dairy Milk. Don't ruin it.
Oh, I guess it's not... I know there is a Marvelous Creations with, with the Pop Rocks in.
No, it says jelly popping candy and beanies. Beanies.
Beanies, yes.
Oh, just stop. Please stop.
Another Nestle have come out. And when I was a kid, this was my go-to candy. Nestle Munchies. You must have had Munchies when I've known it. Maybe I ate them, actually.
We're going to do a story time. No, don't ruin it now, because that is a story time about all these chocolates that Dominic got for me and had for me when I arrived for the first time in Britain.
What happened was...
we can't do it today, I'm afraid. We have much too much to talk about.
For a next episode, you will hear that story. For next time.
Next story time, yeah.
They're kind of Rolo-ish, but in a good way, they say.
Rolos? Ooh, I like Rolos.
Yeah, Rolos, I think Nestle do them, too. But they're like tiny chocolate squares with some cookie and then a caramel center.
Sounds delicious.
And they are delicious, and they're Moorish as well. And that's a word you don't have over here that people keep asking me, what is Moorish? What does that mean? It's like you want to eat more of them.
Moorish.
Oh, it's so Moorish. Like chocolate chip cookies, Moorish.
Sounds like somebody who comes from the Moors.
Somebody comes from Morocco.
You're very Moorish.
Okay. Number 8 is a favorite of yours.
Yes!
She gets very excited over this one. It's a Cadbury double-decker. And it's like a cross between a Snickers and a 100 Grand bar over here.
Okay, yeah.
It's got like nougat on top.
Which is also known as nougat.
My nugget! And crunchy cereal on the bottom. That's very delicious.
The nougat, though, in the double-decker, it's so fluffy. It's almost like a thick marshmallow. Yeah. Oh, my God. It's really... I can't even discuss it right now, you guys. It's so good.
It relates to the story time she first had it. You don't get donut.
Donut.
Do not.
Next.
The next one.
Yeah. Anyway, the double-decker. Double-decker,
man.
Double-decker, yeah.
Double-decker is where it's at, man.
Oh, God, no.
What? Why can you not like this one? Number 9 is a flake. It's a Cadbury flake. A staple of British cuisine. You have it. You can have it in anything. Ice cream.
A staple of British cuisine.
It is. How can you not like it? It's like it's crumbly.
It's so crumbly. It's just unnecessary. Just
it is not unnecessary.
Stop it.
It's not unnecessary. It's crumbly, flaky chocolate. And the advert, people my age will remember the advert with the woman in the bath. Yeah. Her foot going over the thing, and she was eating a flake, and he was just like, oh, you know. You remember it. People who are British will remember that advert.
It's too flaky. It's too crumbly. It makes a mess. It's just unnecessary. And just give me the dairy milk and stop it with all the gimmicks.
And then, you know, someone who is obviously a genius came up with the idea of, oh, well, you know, the soft serve Mr. Whippy ice cream. We'll just stick a flake in there and see how that comes out. And it was like, it was better. Oh, it was better than the Beatles. That was.
They're so messy.
They're not so messy.
They are super messy. Look at that picture. Look at all the mess. Look at all the mess.
Oh, you were complaining about lack of chocolate. Now there's too much chocolate.
No, it's just everywhere. It's just
chocolate
totally
everywhere.
unnecessary.
What is this?
And it looks like a tree trunk.
And would you? Yes. And if
it's just unnecessary.
If flake chocolate was made of tree trunks were made of flake chocolate,
listen,
you know, everyone would eat. No more trees.
He missed an opportunity there because it looks just like a tree trunk, and it should have been in Willy Wonka.
I don't think actually flakes were invented before
I know, because they're a gimmick.
Oh,
aren't they?
no, they were. I think they were invented in the 50s.
Gimmick.
Number 10, I don't know. Well, moving swiftly along here. Number 10, I'm not really sure what. A Cadbury Crispello Vanilla Velvet. And they're like individual milk chocolates.
I feel like we've seen that at World Market.
Yeah, maybe. Crispello. It's got that wafer and vanilla filling. It's like a crunchy, you have the wafer things. So
Yeah.
delicious, very lovely. And
Not
very sweet.
not a super fan.
Number 11 is a Bounty. Oh, you got on board with this one, didn't you? Yeah, it's they say imagine a Girl Scout Samoa cookie, but it's an Almond Joy. It's a mound basically.
Yeah.
Because Almond Joys, for some random reason, have a nut on top, and it's like, oh, if you feel like a crunch, it's like, why is that bloody?
Sometimes you
nut
feel
on-
like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Well, guess what? You are a nut for putting that on
No,
top.
but are they made by the same people?
I have
Almond
no idea.
Joys and I mean
Nestle.
Mounds
I think
and
Nestle make Bounty.
Bounty, because they come in they come in twos, just exactly
and they
like,
look exactly the same chocolate wise. Yeah, so something going on here.
and they taste pretty much exactly the same. So I never understood why they have it in the two separate ones. Why is it not just a whole candy bar like every other candy bar?
Because what happens is you get it done, you go, oh, it's so small, I can eat this, and then you go, oh, there's another one. You get a little surprise. You go, ooh, there's another one. Wasn't expecting that. Number 12 is Maltesers Teasers, and the UK has weird obsession with these A-rated chocolates.
Oh God, yes.
But it's Maltesers are pretty good.
Just give me
They're
Maltesers.
like Whoppers. Yeah,
Why are
but
you putting it in a bar? Why?
because it's crunchy and it's nice.
They are like Whoppers, but here's the big debate, because
Maltesers are easier to eat. They're not as hard to crunch. They're quite soft.
yeah, I like
Whereas
that.
Whoppers, you like,
I like that
it's like
hard crunch.
it's very boulderish.
I like both, so it's difficult for me to decide which is better, but they are very similar. I think the Maltesers are more sweet inside. They taste a bit more like, I don't know if they have some sort of honey or something in the
Pots.
center.
Yeah, it's like a little tinge of honey.
Whereas the Whoppers are like a
They're just a
malted
malt
milk.
ball, yeah.
They're a malted milk inside,
Yeah.
so they're not as sweet, and I don't know, they are a lot more crunchy, and they're bigger too. They're like twice the size of a Malteser.
Yeah.
I like both, so I'm not picking one over the other,
Yeah.
but they are similar.
Yeah, Maltesers are very good. I could eat
Yeah,
lots
but
of them.
why is it in a bar? Why did they have to put them
Because
in a bar?
everything is in a bar now. Okay. Could have put like dairy milk in a bar, and then we'll put it in buttons.
Yes.
Yeah, little balls and everything. It's really sweet. But anyway, number 13 is Nestle Caramac, which is basically like it's like creamy, like caramelly chocolate.
Okay.
It reminds me actually of the new Hershey. Hershey have started coming up in their game, and they've come out with this Hershey Gold,
Yeah.
and they put peanuts and pretzels in their bar,
Yeah.
and it's really good. It's like that chocolate is like
It's like a caramelized.
caramelized chocolate. That's which is what Caramac is.
Ooh, that sounds really delicious.
It's creamy and almost too sweet to believe.
By the way, I think that we're running out of time. I don't think
we're
gonna
running
be
out
able
of
to do
time.
the-
Sorry, goodbye.
I don't think we're going to be able to do the American chocolate in the same episode.
Yeah, we'll
but
do that. We'll do that next episode. Yeah, because we've been waffling on about.
We'll do
this.
like a chocolate part 2.
Talking about the chocolate.
I
part two.
underestimated Dominic's ability to talk about chocolate for 30 minutes.
I could go on forever about chocolate, really.
So we'll do the American chocolate next episode, and maybe if I can get through it fast enough, we'll do like a we'll have like a little comparison at the end where we say which
and
we
we'll
think
eat the chocolate,
we'll-
and you have to buy it too and eat it with us.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
Yes.
anyway, go on.
Number 14 is another personal favorite of ours. Number 14 is Terry's Chocolate Orange.
So good.
So good. That's Terry's. It's not Terry's. It's mine. That was the Dawn French advert.
Okay.
She used to say, "It's not Terry's, it's mine."
I don't think we ever had. We have these.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of like,
they come out at Christmas.
they come out.
They're like the Cadbury cream eggs at
Why is all the
Easter. The Terry's chocolate oranges come out at Christmas. So I used to have.
Absolutely crazy.
You can get it year round at World Market, but you can get it at like Walmart at Christmas time. And,
Terry's chocolate orange.
Yeah, they're so good. You know what? The dark chocolate, I think, is the best because, I don't know, the combination of the dark chocolate and the orange flavor is so good together.
I do like the milk chocolate. It's very milky and very chocolatey.
You just slam it on the table to break it before you peel open.
Just go like that. Like that with it,
And they come out and they're in the cute little slices. And you feel like you're really eating an orange. You feel so healthy and you're just like nom 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 and then you feel sick.
I never feel sick. I want another one.
And they're from York, aren't they?
Yeah, they're from York.
Yeah.
There's a Terry's factory,
My mom went to York and she didn't bring me one of those.
She was very ill that day.
She could not.
She could not stomach. She could not stomach seeing a Terry's chocolate orange.
Yeah, she has an excuse this time.
But yeah, when we go to York, we'll go to the chocolate factory and we'll get a big, massive Terry's chocolate orange for you to live in and eat.
Yay!
Okay. Number 15 is
God.
Milky Way Magic Stars.
Why are they stars?
They're stars because they're really good. No, honestly, you get enough of these in your mouth and it's really nice. It's really nice.
Are they any different from a regular Milky Way, though? Oh, but your Milky Way is not the same as our Milky Way, is it?
Well, it's different because they don't have the fluff in them. Milky Way bars have like a creamy fluff in
Ours
them.
do?
No, ours.
Oh.
The British ones.
Oh. So what does this have inside then?
Nothing. It's just chocolate, but it's it's a different kind of tasting chocolate.
Oh, it says you can eat these like M&Ms. Are they that small?
They're that small. Yeah.
They're teeny like that?
They're teeny, yeah.
Oh, they look really big in this picture. I was expecting they were like that,
No, these are like they're tiny.
They're like a fingernail size.
Kinder Bueno.
This is not British.
Yeah, but
it's not American, but it's not British.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of things people like.
It's a lot of things.
Okay, that was number 16 is Kinder Bueno. That's the last one.
And it's hazelnut, isn't it?
It's hazelnut, like cream.
Yeah, I'm not huge on hazelnut.
Hazelnut's a big deal in British chocolate.
So talk to me now about stuff that's not on this list.
Well, I just talked about the crispy rolls.
Toffee Crisp.
Toffee Crisp. Oh, that was big in the 90s.
Yeah.
Basically crispy toffee and chocolate. Oh, now I want a Toffee Crisp because I haven't had one in so long.
And like you mentioned before, the fruit and nut bar.
Fruit and nut bar.
I thought it was so weird. Like
There's a whole nut bar as well.
The first time he mentioned it to me, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's got raisins and nuts in it," and I was like, "Raisins and chocolate? That sounds so weird." But I guess not. I mean, we have Raisinets over here, and that's one of my favorite things. And I don't know why I didn't think about it at first until I ate the fruit and nut bar, and I was like, "Oh, this is like Raisinets." It's like so good. Chocolate and raisins, very very good. Actually,
very good. You did good there. No, the thing is, now Oreo has been in the UK for a couple of years. Well, about 10 or so years, I think.
10, is it?
Yeah, I think it's just started,
Yeah.
Well, relatively.
Yeah.
Dairy Milk have come out with like Oreo products. That they've got Dairy Milk bar with Oreo.
we got one of that, didn't we?
We got one of that.
But it had mint in. Or was that a Milka?
That was a Milka one, yeah. That was good, but the Dairy Milk have Oreo in it. And I've seen Dairy Milk Oreo with peanut butter.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of thing. Someone's sent a photo of that.
Because you guys don't really do a lot of peanut butter with your chocolate in Britain.
Don't do a lot of peanut butter anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't find a huge aisle of it like you do over here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anything else you can think of?
I'm trying to Toffee Crisp.
I'm trying to think one of the horrible things you gave me. The Turkish delight.
You don't like fries Turkish delight? I used to hate it as a kid. That was my least favorite.
Rose flavored inside.
I used to hate it as a kid. I'd never. Someone gave me I've got you a Turkish. I think my mother liked it actually. I think my mother liked. She was a candy head, so that's where I got it from.
Oh yeah.
She'd eat flakes and whatever. I seem to remember. She did like Cadbury's cream egg and all that.
The twirl. To go on. The twirl has caramel inside.
No, twirl's just chocolate.
Okay.
It's just twirled chocolate.
What's one that has caramel inside? I mean, I know they do. Dairy Milk has a caramel one.
Cadbury's caramel.
Yeah.
It's Dairy Milk caramel now. But for years it was just Cadbury's caramel, and people my age will remember the bunny that was on the adverts for it, and she had a really soft West Country lilt, and everybody fell in love with her. You know, she'd be like, "Oh, Cadbury's caramel," you know. And, you know, like, it was a cartoon bunny. It was like Roger Rabbit type thing.
Yeah.
And she'd go with all the, like, rabbits, and they'd just be like, looking at her like, you know, all the other little animals just be like, you know, eat. She'd just be like, oh, here, have some Cadbury's caramel, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Did we mention your favorite candy bar? Let us know in the comments section or give us a tweet. Tweet.
Twirls are good. I think I mentioned them before.
Or if we did not mention your favorite chocolate bar, let us know if we left something off the list. Anything you can think of. We're going to talk about American chocolate next episode. So this episode was all about British chocolate. If we left any British chocolates off the list, let us know. And we shall see you next time.
We shall. And we'll talk about, like, just quickly, we'll talk about discontinued chocolate too, that you'd like to see in Britain and make a comeback in Britain. And
oh my God, this may turn into just a chocolate series, actually. Yes, it was going to be junk food series, but I had no idea we were going to be able to talk about chocolate so much.
Chocolate, everybody.
Chocolate!
Love the chocolate.
Bye.
Goodbye.